welcome back to Kindercrafty. So today I'm going to share with you how I potty trained my 20-month-old son. Oh yes, you heard me. He's 20 months and he's a boy and he is successfully potty trained. I would say he was pretty well potty trained in 3 days, but I'm going to be conservative and say I potty trained him in 5 days. So I'm going to share with you the mistakes I made, the things I did right, the tools I used, kind of the approach that I took. It wasn't even like one person's technique. I compiled a lot of information and kind of made up my own little system. But you all, on day one, he already understood the concept of identifying that urge, naming it out loud, and running to the potty. He had that on day one. So some people would say he was successfully potty trained in 1 day. So come along and I'll share the journey. Here are the signs I knew he was ready. 1, he had a predictable poop schedule. My child was very regular, so I knew what time of day he was going to poop, and that's going to be important, you all, when you're getting ready to do this, that you have that down, because the poop training is a little bit different than the pee training and can be a little bit, I don't know, daunting for some mommies. So number 1, predictable poop schedule. Number 2, he would squat while he was pooping in his diaper, or he would grab the front of his diaper after he was done peeing. So I noticed those two, you know, awareness that he had either pooped or peed in his diaper. Number 3, this third sign I knew he was ready is that he would pee every night in the bathtub. Every night, without fail. When that warm water hit his little toes, he would start peeing. So I learned really quick, you all, not to plug up the drain until he was done. I always left the drain open, you know, splash some warm water, he would go. But at that time, you all, I'm going to sneak in a little tip here. I started naming the action and being really happy and light about it. I would say, oh, look, you're going potty. Yeah, you go pee-pee. Yay, yay, yay. So that had already happened weeks before I decided to start potty training. Okay, so that was the third sign that I knew he was ready. 4th, he could say the words pee-pee, poop, and potty. Not perfectly. He says potty, like I said. He says it potty, like P-A-H-E-E-E. I know what he's communicating. If your child can say any of those things and associate it with having to go to the bathroom, I would say you're good to go. But he could say all 3 of those: pee-pee, poop, and potty. And the 5th sign that I knew my child was ready is that he was very interested in the big toilet, the adult toilet. He wanted to sit on it, he wanted to flush it, he wanted to put the lid up and down. And in fact, after a few weeks of me telling him when he would stand in the bathtub and pee every night at bath time, and I would associate a word with it, I would say, oh, you're going potty. I literally took him one time and held him over the big potty. I didn't have a potty chair, I didn't have an adapter, I didn't have anything. He wasn't scared, he liked it. And then every night afterwards, guess what he said? Potty, potty. He wanted to sit on the potty. He was ready. And the last sign, you all, is that he hated to have his diaper changed. It was a fight every time I had to change his diaper. There was kicking and rolling around and he was flailing and trying to push things out of his way. He hated it, and it was the only time of day, you all, that I ever really have to like get on him or discipline him in any way, was at diapering time. He hated it. He didn't want to have his diaper changed anymore. So those were my signs. That's how I knew this kid was probably ready to approach potty training. Oh, my is he ready test. Did he have the muscle control to stop mid-flow? Yes. In fact, in my research, I found that the average age is about 20 to 21 months that kids can stop the urine mid-flow. And that's going to be important, you all, because when they do a little dribble on day 1, you want to be able to stop them and be like, oh, potty, 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 and get them to run to the potty chair without like whizzing the whole time, you know what I mean? So you want them to be able to have that muscle control to stop mid-flow. So that's, in my research, when I found the moms that potty trained their kids, I guess now it's considered early. My mom's generation it wasn't, but the parents that successfully potty trained their kids between the ages of 18 months and 24 months, that's the reason. It's because their kids had the muscle control to stop and get to the potty chair before relieving themselves, before emptying their bladder. Okay, my other is he ready test is that the first day I had the potty chair, when I put him on, he accidentally peed all over the bathroom floor because Mommy didn't have my trigger finger ready. You moms of little boys know you got to get the parts tucked in. But it's the first time I'd ever done this. I don't have boy parts, so I didn't get the boy parts tucked into the potty chair in time, and he peed, like sprayed, whoosh, 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 all over the bathroom floor. And he was saying the whole time, uh-oh, uh-oh, uh-oh. He wasn't like afraid, but he wasn't laughing either. He didn't laugh at it. He didn't think it was funny. He knew that that pee was not supposed to be going on the floor. So that is another awareness that I knew. You know, it was kind of like a little test before we actually jumped into full potty training, that he was ready. Let's talk about what you're gonna need. So first of all, I picked up this potty chair. It's a 3-in-1 potty chair. So it has the adapter in it, you all, which can come off and go on the adult toilet to make the toilet seat smaller. And then you can put it down and it becomes a step stool. Step up on there so you can see. Step stool. Also, you're going to need some flushable wipes for wiping up the poopy bottom.
Ow.
Yeah. In here, I have some things to entertain him, to keep him sitting on the potty for longer than a split second. So I've got one potty book that he picked out at Barnes & Noble after story time. I've got this little Leapfrog laptop. He likes that. And a toy. That keeps him busy. You'll notice under here, I got smart after day 3 of cleaning up so much pee. I bought these little doggy like piddle pads to put underneath. And I also put one in his car seat so that when we went to Target today, I didn't worry about his car seat getting ruined. Okay, and then here, this is the bag that I took with me. Here is another travel potty, adapter seat I should say, that I take with us when we're going places. So if we're going to run errands, or we're going to a restaurant, or we're going to someone's house that maybe doesn't have those supplies, like a potty chair or adapter seat, then I've got one. Also need a stool for washing hands. Now my little guy's little, so I'm going to have to get one of those extensions. Right now, I just have to hoist him up and wash his hands that way. Some foamy soap. The kids like foamy soap. Here are the 2 supplies that I used for cleaning up. This for the pee-pee accidents off the floor and just a wet paper towel. And this one for cleaning up the poop. When you dump it out of the potty chair, I got smart. I only did it once, and then I taught him to poop in the big toilet. But for cleaning out the potty chair, the poop out of the potty chair, so you'll of course dump the poop in the potty, then you'll swish with a little water, and anything remaining, use the Greenworks wipes for that. And that's it. Okay, training pants versus regular undies. Now, I originally thought that on day 4, I was going to put him in training pants. But my child, they were too absorbent, you all. He felt like they were just like diapers, and he treated them as such. The only accidents he ever had on day 2 and 3, well, actually, I should say day 2, I tried to prematurely put him in underpants because I thought he could handle it, and he couldn't. He wet in these. I was only putting him in underpants for meals. He wasn't ready. So I put him in regular little underpants. These are size 2, 3. They're way too big for him, but these were more breathable, and he didn't have accidents in these. These he did have accidents, but it's not a waste of money, you all, because I'm still going to use these when I train him for nap and for eventually nighttime. These will come in handy. So it's not, you know, total waste, but I discovered that these were better. Just when you start on underwear day, for me, it was day 4 full time. I started on day 2 for meals. Day 1, you all, he ate naked. We ate picnic style on the floor. So there's my 2 cents. Training pants versus just going for the real thing.